Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Gizmo Guru. Today, we're reviewing this ultra tiny 6-gram keychain flashlight. So go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get into this guy. So the reason I decided to review this was we've done a couple of other little small keychain lights on the channel before, and my goal was to find out what is the absolute smallest keychain light that exists. And this is what I came across. This guy is only 6 grams, and it was only about like $7.99, so not very expensive. Now, the reason I wanted to review this is I'll kind of show you by comparison. So here are some other flashlights that I've used on the channel in the past. So this guy I got almost a year ago, and this is a pretty small light, but look how tiny that is. I mean, it's really small. Even this one that we did a couple of weeks ago, which is also a very small light, look how tiny that is compared to it. And then we're going to use this little O light. The O light's pretty small, but this light is even smaller. Now, as far as the brightness goes, I mean, it's bright enough. It's not the brightest thing out there. So I'm not going to really give it points for being bright, but where it shines is how small it is. I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, it lights up things pretty good, but that's not why I got it. I got it because I wanted something that you could stick on a keychain that really doesn't have enough room. Because let's be honest, this on a keychain is just not going to be small. It's not going to fit in your pocket. It's not going to do any of those things. And something else I thought I'd mention is, let's say, you have something like this on your keychain, and you have this as well. Well, both of those combined are pretty big. So that's why I really like this guy right here, because it's so tiny, and you don't really need a light that's going to go, super far. I mainly only use my light to, like, when I get home at night sometimes, if I'm out, find out where the key goes in the door, that kind of thing. That's really all you want a light like this for. It's just to light up the immediate vicinity, bright enough. And this gets the job done, and it's really tiny. But a couple of specs on this guy. So they don't actually give specs on how bright the light is. I'm going to say it can't be more than 10 lumens. It's not very bright. So I will say that. And then also, it is IPX7, so it is waterproof. So that's extremely nice. Haven't been able to test that out, though. Now, as far as batteries go, and another thing I thought I would mention, you don't have to have this little keychain thing on it. You can have it where it's just this little metal thing, so that does come off. But it is powered by these little button cell batteries. So those are in there. I'm just going to put those back. So that's what powers this little guy. Now, it is not rechargeable. So that is the only downside. This is the only light we've ever reviewed on the channel like this that isn't rechargeable. But here's something kind of cool. So here's the container that it came in. And you even get extra seals, which I thought was really cool. So if you keep this in a safe place, you should be pretty good. But check this out. I thought this was really neat. They actually give you like this entire tube full of just extra batteries. So I thought that was extremely cool to give you that, because this flashlight supposedly runs for about an hour or so. So the fact that you get extra batteries is super nice. So potentially you wouldn't have to buy batteries for an extremely long time. So I thought that was an extremely nice thing that they had. But overall, would I recommend this light? That's the big question. I would say if you're going for the brightest light out there, no. Now, where it comes in handy is convenience. If you want a light that's not your phone, because the issue with your phone is it's so cumbersome to turn those on sometimes, and this you just twist. Easy. You always have your keys. So this is a really nice little thing to have. And it's not bulky. That's the main reason I like this. Because as much as I love this light, this is just not practical on most keys. especially if you have a couple accessories like that. You have a bottle opener, you have a couple other things. You got this little pry bar thing. It's just not practical. So that's why I really like this little light, just the simplicity and how small it is. I mean, and you can see in my hand just how tiny that little light is. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But yeah, go ahead in the comments. Let me know what you think of this little light, or if you've tried some that are this small. Let me know. I'd like to hear your thoughts.